Three simple rules help us work with powers of 10. Let's use an example to explore each rule, starting with multiplication. If we multiply 10 to the third power times 10 to the second power, we know that 10 to the third is 10 times 10 times 10, which we multiply by 10 to the second, or 10 times 10. We now have 5 tens multiplied together, so the answer is 10 to the fifth power. Notice that we can get the same answer by starting with our original equation, 10 to the third times 10 to the second, and adding the exponents 3 and 2 to get 10 to the fifth power. That is, 10 to the third times 10 to the second is 10 to the 3 plus 2, or 10 to the fifth. So our rule for multiplying powers of 10 is that we add the exponents. Now let's look at dividing powers of 10. If we take 10 to the fourth and divide it by 10 to the second, which we can write in fraction form as 10 to the fourth over 10 to the 2, then our numerator is 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, and our denominator is 10 times 10. Notice that we can cancel 2 tens in the top with 2 in the bottom. We're left with 10 times 10, or 10 to the second power. Let's see how we can get the same answer from our original equation. Our exponents are 4 and 2, and we subtract them to get our answer, 10 to the second. That is, our rule for dividing powers of 10 is that we subtract the exponents. For an example of our third rule, let's start with 10 to the fourth and raise it to the third power. The third power tells us that we need to multiply 10 to the fourth 3 times. From our multiplication rule, we now add the exponents. Notice that because we have 3 4s, this is the same as 10 to the power of 4 times 3, or 10 to the 12th. In other words, we found the answer for a power raised to another power by multiplying the exponents. We've summarized the 3 rules here. When we multiply powers of 10, 10 to the m times 10 to the n, we add the exponents, 10 to the m plus n. When we divide powers of 10, 10 to the m divided by 10 to the n, we subtract the exponents, 10 to the m minus n. And when we raise a power of 10 to another power, 10 to the m to the n, we multiply the exponents, 10 to the m times n. Be careful to notice that we haven't covered any special rules for addition or subtraction of powers of 10 because there are no shortcuts for that. We have simple rules only for multiplying, dividing, and raising powers of 10 to another power.